A luxury art gallery bathes in soft golden light, reflecting off polished marble floors. As a piano melody fills the air, Zara Fontaine, an elegant silhouette in silk, stands before a painting, her head tilted slightly, a crystal glass untouched in her hand. Across the room, Elias Vance, in a tailored black suit, blends with the shadows, his gaze fixed solely on Zara. He ignores the art, his intense focus on Zara, a silent, predatory watch in the sophisticated melancholy of the gallery. The sharp crack of the auctioneer's gavel shatters the hushed reverence of the luxury art gallery. Elias, a picture of unhurried confidence, begins his deliberate approach. His gaze, unwavering, fixes on Zara across the opulent room. Zara, sensing his presence, turns with a practiced, distant smile. Her polite expression is a subtle barrier, masking deeper thoughts. The air thickens with unspoken anticipation as their eyes meet in the gilded space. In a luxury art gallery, Elias approaches Zara, a calculated distance between them, his gaze unwavering and intense. Zara, who had been holding a polite smile, now feels it falter as his piercing stare catches her off guard. Her eyes blink, a subtle shift in her composure revealing a hint of vulnerability beneath her polished facade. Elias's voice cuts through the elegant quiet. "You always tilt your head slightly when you're unimpressed." The words hang in the air, a silent accusation that seems to strip away her pretense. Zara's expression becomes a complex mosaic of surprise, annoyance, and a dawning recognition. In the opulent art gallery, Zara's brow subtly furrows, a hint of confusion playing across her features. Elias's gaze remains unwavering, his eyes locking onto hers with an intense, knowing stare. A sudden, sharp intake of breath causes Zara's pulse to flutter, a visceral reaction to his piercing gaze. A flicker of disbelief sparks in Zara's eyes as she struggles to comprehend the moment. Zara's voice, barely a whisper, cuts through the tension as she asks, "I'm sorry?" Elias's voice is calm yet impactful. "You did the same thing the night it rained on Dauphine Street." Zara stands perfectly still, her composure regained, her gaze now intensely fixed on Elias, a silent challenge in her eyes. Elias offers a soft, knowing smile, a subtle shift in his expression, revealing a deeper understanding. Zara's voice, laced with disbelief, cuts through the gallery's hush. "How would you know that?" Elias's gentle response echoes her past. "You dropped a book in a puddle. You were upset about it." Zara's breath catches, a forgotten memory stirring deep within her, her eyes widening with sudden recognition. Inside the opulent art gallery, Zara's mind races, a tempest of unspoken memories swirling beneath her composed facade. A vintage copy of The Secret Garden flashes in her thoughts, its margins filled with poignant annotations. This book holds a private, painful memory, a secret she has never dared to share with anyone. Her expression remains perfectly calm, betraying no hint of the inner turmoil that consumes her. With unwavering composure, Zara states, "I think you're mistaken." Her voice, a cool counterpoint to her racing thoughts. In the opulent art gallery, Elias's face remains a mask of impenetrable calm, his gaze unwavering. A subtle prickle of unease traces Zara's spine, a silent alarm bell in the polished silence. Elias's voice, cool and precise, cuts through the tension. "I don't make mistakes." His words hang in the air, a statement of absolute certainty that chills the lavish space. Zara's eyes narrow, searching for a flicker of doubt in his unyielding expression, but finds none. The glint of the gallery lights reflects in her eyes, mirroring her growing apprehension. Rain lashes down on Dauphine Street at night, creating a slick, shimmering surface under the dim streetlights. Zara, soaked to the bone, her hair plastered to her face, moves with heavy, desperate steps. She stoops, her hands trembling, to retrieve a waterlogged book from a murky puddle. Rain and tears stream down her face, blurring the profound despair etched into her features. Zara's eyes, wide with a fading memory, lock onto Elias, a silent accusation in her gaze. The gallery's golden light, once warm and inviting, now presses in, a heavy shroud around her. The air thickens, each breath a struggle against the suffocating atmosphere of unspoken truths. Soft piano music, a gentle backdrop, twists into an ominous, discordant hum. Each note now stings, a sharp reminder of the unraveling peace within the quiet space. Zara stands, trapped in the sudden, chilling silence. The gallery, a gilded cage of her own making. Weeks later, Zara sits alone at a small cafe table by the window, a book untouched before her, her gaze lost in the distance. She sips her coffee, finding a fragile solace in the cafe's gentle hum. Her thoughts a world away. Across the room, Elias is engrossed in a newspaper, his presence a palpable, unspoken weight in the air. Though he doesn't look directly, the space between them crackles with an undeniable, electric tension. Zara, a familiar presence, glides through her favorite bookstore, her fingers tracing the spines of classic literature. A sense of comfort washes over her as she navigates the well-worn aisles, a silent ritual of literary exploration. Turning a corner, she discovers Elias already engrossed in a book from her cherished section. A subtle shift in the air. He offers a brief, polite nod, his gaze quickly returning to the pages, leaving Zara with a lingering sense of intrigue. In a cozy cafe, Zara's eyes, drawn from her worn book, meet Elias's across the room, a silent connection forming. Elias slowly folds his newspaper, a faint, knowing smile playing on his lips, hinting at a shared secret. The rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee hangs in the air, a comforting backdrop to their unspoken exchange. His gaze holds hers, a playful challenge in his eyes as he utters, "You feel safest in places with high ceilings." A spark ignites between them, a moment suspended in the warm, inviting ambiance of the cafe. Zara sits at her desk, bathed in the soft, intimate glow of a single lamp, a small, ornate journal clutched in her hand. Her fingers, trembling slightly, trace the intricate, cold patterns of the journal's delicate lock. A palpable knot tightens in her stomach, a physical manifestation of a deep, unsettling dread. Elias's words, sharp and venomous, echo in her mind, each syllable a cutting blow to her spirit. The phrase, "high ceilings," resonates, a private, cherished wish she had never dared to utter aloud to another soul. Her gaze is distant, lost in the torment of a secret, now cruelly exposed. A profound betrayal etched on her face. Soft daylight streams through tall windows into an independent bookstore, illuminating dancing dust motes. Zara stands before Elias, her posture firm and resolute, her voice a hushed but steady murmur. Elias leans against a towering shelf of ancient tomes, his gaze unwavering as he studies Zara. Zara's eyes search his, a potent question hanging in the air. "Have we met before?" Elias's voice, calm and certain, cuts through the quiet. "Yes." In the independent bookstore, Zara's gaze is unwavering, pressing Elias for answers. Elias's eyes drift, lost in a melancholic haze of distant memories. Zara's mind races, sifting through a decade of faces and events. The puzzle pieces of the past refuse to connect in her frantic search. Zara's voice is a sharp whisper. "When?" Elias's reply is soft but firm. "You were 24." Inside the quiet bookstore, Elias's hushed whisper barely cuts through the ambient hum, his words cutting deep. Zara's throat tightens, suddenly dry, as a chilling memory begins to overwhelm her. The biting wind whips around her, a phantom sensation, as she recalls that vivid, awful night. Her hands clench, remembering the cold, unforgiving metal railing beneath her trembling fingers. Elias's voice echoes. "You were standing on a bridge. You thought no one was watching. On a desolate city bridge at night, a younger Zara stands, city lights blurring below like indifferent eyes. Her knuckles are white as she clutches the cold railing, a silent scream etched on her tear-streaked face. Her body trembles with suppressed sobs, each tremor a testament to her profound inner turmoil. The relentless wind whips her hair around her face, mirroring the storm raging within her soul. Inside the independent bookstore, the once vibrant colors now seem to dim around Zara, reflecting her inner turmoil. Her gaze is fixed, lost in thought, as if searching for answers among the silent shelves. A hushed whisper escapes her lips, barely audible in the quiet space. Zara's voice, laced with a mix of surprise and concern, reveals her observation. "You were crying." Elias's response hangs heavy in the air, a stark contrast to her words. His voice, filled with a poignant truth, reminds her, "But you didn't jump." In the hushed bookstore, Zara's voice cracks, a raw whisper escaping her lips. "How do you know that?" Elias takes a deliberate step closer, his movements slow and measured, devoid of any threat. His eyes, dark and knowing, meet Zara's, a silent challenge passing between them. He holds her gaze, his voice low and steady, a profound revelation hanging in the air. "Because I was there," Elias states, his words echoing with an unsettling certainty that chills the air. A profound silence descends, heavy with unspoken history. Between them in the independent bookstore, Zara's brow furrows, a new sensation stirring within her, not fear, but something deeper. A jolt of recognition courses through Zara, an unbidden connection she struggles to place. Her eyes widen slightly, a silent acknowledgement of the inexplicable pull she feels. The air crackles with the weight of this sudden, mysterious understanding. A moment suspended in time. In the hushed independent bookstore, a suffocating silence hangs heavy, thick with unspoken tension. Zara breaks the silence, her voice trembling slightly. The question a fragile whisper. "You followed me?" Elias shakes his head slowly, his gaze unwavering, a silent denial in his eyes. His unwavering gaze holds a strange intensity, a silent challenge in the quiet air. The bookstore walls seem to close in, trapping their fraught exchange in a tense tableau. In the quiet hum of the independent bookstore, Elias's gaze locks onto Zara, a potent intensity in his eyes. Zara's heart begins to pound, a frantic rhythm against her ribs, echoing the sudden tension in the air. The weight of his unspoken words settles over her, a sudden, heavy presence that steals her breath. Elias leans in slightly, his voice a low, resonant whisper that cuts through the silence. "I remembered you," he states, his words a revelation that hangs between them, charged with emotion. Zara's eyes widen, a storm of surprise and recognition swirling within their depths as she processes his declaration. In the hushed bookstore, Zara's voice is a barely audible whisper, thick with unspoken words. Her confession hangs in the quiet air. "You changed something for me that night." Elias's intense gaze deepens, searching her eyes for the profound meaning behind her words. A silent tension fills the space as he probes. "What did I change?" Their eyes lock, a silent storm brewing between them in the quiet bookstore. Elias's voice drops, a grave and resonant tone filling the independent bookstore. A heavy silence settling. I stare at him, my mind grappling, struggling to comprehend the weight of his words. His gaze is unwavering as he utters a chilling declaration. "My decision." A cold dread washes over me, the air thick with unspoken tension. My voice barely a whisper. I demand, "Decision about what?" In the independent bookstore, Elias holds my gaze with an unsettling intensity, his eyes piercing through the quiet air. The space between us thickens, heavy with unspoken meanings and a palpable tension. A cold dread begins to spread through me, an icy tendril reaching into my core as his words hang in the air. His voice, a low rumble, finally breaks the silence, asking whether to stay. The weight of his question presses down, forcing a silent reckoning in the charged atmosphere. In the cozy bookstore, Zara's eyes are wide, searching Elias's face for a desperate answer. Her voice is a mere whisper, a fragile plea hanging in the air. "Stay where?" Elias offers the faintest, almost imperceptible smile, a ghost of an expression. His gaze holds a profound depth, hinting at secrets untold. A moment of shared silence stretches between them, charged with unspoken emotion. He finally answers, his voice soft yet firm. "In this life." Zara sits alone in her apartment, the city lights outside her window mocking her with their cold, indifferent glow. Elias's chilling words echo in her mind, each syllable a sharp stab of realization. A profound understanding dawns on her face, a mix of shock and dawning clarity. He wasn't studying her, he was protecting her memory. A silent vigil spanning 10 long years. The weight of his decade-long wait settles upon her, a heavy, emotional burden. Her eyes widen, reflecting the city lights, as the full impact of his devotion washes over her. In a haunting flashback, Elias, younger, lurks in the bridge's shadows, his face a mask of grim resolve. He watches Zara, her tears glistening in the dim light, her despair a palpable weight in the night. Her pain etches itself onto his soul, a silent struggle playing out within his shadowed form. As he witnesses her agony, a profound, silent decision hardens in his heart, forever changing their path. Zara steps back into the opulent art gallery, the golden light now casting an unsettling interrogation upon her. Her eyes, once filled with admiration, now search with a troubled intensity. She finds the painting Elias had dismissed, its colors now revealing a hidden truth. A new, unsettling understanding clouds her perception, shifting the world around her. The artwork, once benign, now pulses with a silent, profound revelation. Zara sits at her usual table, her posture tightening with a subtle paranoia. Her eyes, wide and searching, dart around the cozy cafe, scanning every face with suspicion. Each stranger seems to hold a secret, their casual gestures now laden with hidden meaning. The warmth of the cafe offers no comfort against her creeping unease. A vacant chair across from her amplifies the stark absence of Elias, a silent, unsettling void. She glances at the empty seat again, a flicker of worry crossing her face. Zara glides through the narrow aisles of the bookstore, her fingers trailing over ancient spine. The familiar scent of old paper and dust, once a comfort, now feels oppressive. A profound sense of exposure washes over her, as if unseen eyes pierce through the shelves. She imagines Elias lurking, his heavy presence a suffocating weight in the air around each corner. Every shadow seems to conceal him, turning the beloved bookstore into a haunting labyrinth. In her apartment, Zara sits at a small table, her journal spread open, its pages a stark testament to her turmoil. Her own handwriting, usually a comfort, now feels alien, exposed, each stroke a raw nerve laid bare. Her eyes are drawn to a particular entry, a description of high ceilings, a detail that now mocks her with its past innocence. A profound sense of violation washes over her, a cold tide of betrayal seeping into her very being. Yet, paradoxically, a strange feeling of preservation lingers, a desperate hope clinging to the fragments of her past. The journal, a window into her soul, reflects the tumultuous battle raging within Zara, a silent scream of pain and resilience. A decade later, Dauphine Street pulsates with vibrant energy under the bright sun, a familiar yet changed scene. Zara walks, her eyes scanning the familiar storefronts, yet her mind is lost in a different, rain-soaked memory. She sees the ghost of a rainy night, the shimmering puddle, and the forgotten book, vivid as if it were yesterday. An unseen presence, Elias, walks beside her, a phantom limb she still feels, a constant ache in her soul. Her gaze drifts, caught between the present's bright reality and the haunting echoes of a past love. In her apartment, Zara hunches over her laptop, its pale glow illuminating her intense face in the dim room. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, a furious search for Elias Vance consuming her. Each click reveals professional accolades and articles, painting a picture of success. Yet, personal details remain elusive, his life a carefully guarded secret. He is an enigma, a ghost from her past, now inexplicably a very real presence in her life. Zara's brow furrows, a silent question etched on her face as she delves deeper into the mystery. The opulent art gallery buzzes with hushed conversations and the delicate clinking of champagne flutes, a symphony of high society. Zara, a vision of elegance in a black dress, glides through the throng, her presence both captivating and enigmatic. Her eyes, a complex tapestry of apprehension and an unyielding desire for truth, ceaselessly scan the faces of the attendees. Each glance is a desperate search, a silent plea for answers hidden within the sophisticated chaos. Her singular, unwavering purpose, a burning beacon in the dim light, is to locate Elias. The cozy cafe hums with hushed conversations and the rich, intoxicating aroma of roasted coffee beans. Zara approaches the counter, her presence a quiet contrast to the bustling cafe. Her eyes drift toward a small, empty table by the window, a silent invitation. The clatter of cups and distant chatter amplify the quiet space around her, a bubble of solitude. She orders simply, her voice a soft murmur, "Just a black coffee, please." Sunlight streams through the large front windows of an independent bookstore, illuminating dancing dust motes. Zara, with a thoughtful expression, browses a shelf of classic literature, her fingers tracing the spines of old books. She pauses, her fingers tracing the worn spine of The Secret Garden, a book holding countless untold stories. She carefully pulls the yellowed book from the shelf, its pages whispering tales of the past. Zara opens the book gently, her eyes scanning the text, imagining annotations and the faint water damage as a tangible marker. Zara paces her small apartment, a storm of restless energy trapped within its walls. Her mind is a whirlwind, replaying Elias's words, each syllable a haunting melody. The phrase, "I remembered you," echoes, a strange mixture of comfort and curse. It's an insistent refrain, a melody that both soothes and torments her soul. The memory of his voice clings to her, a phantom touch in the quiet night. Beneath a bright sun, Zara walks on a bustling city bridge, a somber cloud obscuring her spirit. She stops at a specific spot, haunted by the ghost of her younger self and the lingering weight of that night. The familiar ache settles on her shoulders, a silent burden in the vibrant city. Her gaze sweeps across the sprawling urban landscape, her thoughts drifting to Elias. She wonders where he is now, what new sights his eyes behold. The city hums around her, a stark contrast to the quiet turmoil within her soul. Zara sleeps, her breathing shallow, her brow furrowed in a restless slumber. as a dream begins to unfold. In her mind's eye, a towering bridge stretches into a hazy abyss, a dark silhouette of Elias upon its far side. His features are indistinguishable, an ominous figure against the dream's unsettling backdrop. Zara's eyes snap open with a gasp, her body drenched in a cold sweat, jolted awake by the dream's terror. The dream's chilling presence lingers in the silent room, a palpable weight pressing upon her. Zara sits motionless, her gaze fixed on the computer screen, yet seeing nothing but the ghost of Elias. A forgotten, half-eaten sandwich lies beside her keyboard, a testament to her lost appetite. Her eyes are vacant, lost in an internal world where Elias's image relentlessly dominates her thoughts. Colleagues glance her way, their hushed conversations punctuated by concerned, pitying looks. The once familiar hum of the office now grates on her, a discordant noise in her troubled mind. Her world has shrunk to this solitary torment, oblivious to the bustling life around her. In the opulent art gallery, Zara's face is bathed in the soft glow of the lights, her gaze fixed on a woman across the room. A familiar, subtle tilt of the woman's head catches Zara's breath. A sudden jolt of recognition, a profound realization dawns on Zara, her eyes widening with a quiet understanding. Elias's observation, once unique, now shared, a testament to a universal human expression. In a cozy cafe, Zara deliberately chooses a secluded table beneath a low ceiling, seeking an obscure corner. She settles into the seat, a subtle yet unexpected discomfort immediately washing over her. A flicker in her eyes, a small internal tremor confirms Elias's keen insight, a truth she had tried to deny. Her fingers drum lightly on the table, a nervous habit betraying her calm exterior. The cafe's gentle hum seems to amplify her unease, a silent testament to her inner turmoil. Zara sits at her small wooden desk, bathed in the soft glow of a desk lamp, her brow furrowed in deep concentration. Her pen scratches softly across the page of a leather-bound journal, chronicling not her own life, but Elias's. She writes intently, her mind consumed by the enigma of Elias, the decade-long vigil he has kept. Zara's determined expression reveals her quest to unravel the mystery of him, to truly understand his unwavering dedication. Under the harsh sun, Zara navigates a bustling city street, a prickle of unease on her skin. Her eyes dart, observing the subtle shifts in pedestrians' gazes, and a delivery truck lingering suspiciously. A glint of something reflective in a darkened window catches her eye, amplifying her growing paranoia. A heightened awareness suggests unseen eyes are watching her every move, making the city a labyrinth of suspicion. A luxury art gallery hums with hushed conversations and the delicate clinking of glasses. Zara, a vision in a tailored black dress, glides through the throng of art enthusiasts. Her eyes, however, bypass the vibrant canvases, darting instead across the faces of the attendees. She searches, observes, as if the true art lies in the subtle human interactions unfolding around her. Golden sunlight streams through the large windows of an independent bookstore, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Zara, a young woman with a determined glint in her eyes, carefully selects a new, blank journal from a display. The crisp, untouched pages represent a fresh start, a clean slate, promising endless possibilities. Yet, as she holds it, an unseen weight presses down, her hopeful expression subtly shifting to a troubled one. The lingering thought of Elias and his knowledge casts a long, silent shadow over this hopeful moment. In Zara's apartment, a single lamp casts a soft glow on scattered photographs, illuminating her solitary figure. She picks up an old photograph, her fingers tracing the youthful, vulnerable face staring back. The eyes in the photo, at 24, held a raw pain, a vulnerability she now recognizes with a jolt of understanding. Zara's expression shifts, a quiet understanding dawning in her eyes as she reflects on her past self. A wave of unexpected gratitude washes over her, a poignant realization of Elias's unseen perception. The photograph, a silent testament to time and hidden truths, rests gently in her hand. Zara sits on a weathered park bench, a silent observer amidst the vibrant tapestry of the park. Her gaze drifts across the diverse crowd, each passerby a fleeting narrative in her mind. She watches them, an unseen storyteller, weaving tales from their unspoken gestures and hurried steps. What hidden stories do they carry, she wonders, as they unknowingly reveal their secrets to the world, just like she might be, unknowingly revealing her own silent narratives to the bustling world around her. Zara paces her small apartment, a half-empty glass of wine clutched in her hand, her brow furrowed in deep thought. Her eyes are distant, lost in the unsettling labyrinth of her mind. trying to rationalize Elias's enigmatic actions. She questions his true nature. Was he an angel, a savior in her darkest hour, or a sinister stalker? The line between these two terrifying possibilities blurs, creating a complex and unsettling emotional landscape within her. The wine offers no solace, as the unsettling questions linger, casting a dark shadow over her small apartment. In a luxury art gallery, Zara stands before a vibrant abstract painting, bathed in the soft glow of the exhibit. Her head tilts, not in judgment, but in a profound, almost spiritual contemplation of the artwork. Her eyes, wide and searching, absorb every brushstroke, every vibrant hue, as if seeking a hidden truth. The gallery's hushed atmosphere deepens around her, a silent testament to her deep engagement with the art. Sunlight streams into the cozy cafe, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air, creating a warm, inviting glow. Zara sips her coffee, her gaze drifting towards a couple at a nearby table, a quiet observer in the bustling cafe. The couple is deeply engrossed in conversation, their eyes locked in a silent dialogue, oblivious to the world around them. A bubble of intimacy surrounds them, a private world where only their whispers and gazes exist, untouched by outside eyes. Zara wonders if they, too, have a silent observer in their lives, just as she does. A poignant thought in the sunlit cafe. In a cozy independent bookstore, Zara's fingers drift along the spines of countless books, a seeker amidst silent stories. Her gaze is drawn to the philosophy section, to weighty titles, exploring fate and the elusive nature of memory. Each book she touches seems to echo Elias's influence, as if he has awakened a thirst for profound questions within her. A quiet transformation unfolds as Zara stands, contemplating the new intellectual landscape Elias has opened for her. Zara's apartment is cloaked in shadow, illuminated only by a single, flickering table lamp. On a small wooden desk, her journal lies open, its secrets brazenly exposed to the dim light. The open pages are a silent challenge, a deliberate act of defiance in the quiet of the night. She sits in the stillness, testing the fragile boundaries of her newfound, unsettling awareness. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Zara confronts the raw vulnerability of her own thoughts. Zara stands on a city bridge as the first light of dawn breaks, her figure a silhouette against the brightening sky. The sky above her erupts in a symphony of vibrant colors, painting the world in hues of hope and new beginnings. Her posture radiates a quiet strength, a resilient defiance against the shadows of her past. The brilliant sunrise forms a stark, beautiful contrast to the lingering darkness of a forgotten memory. Her gaze extends across the awakening city, a silent testament to her enduring spirit. The world awakens around her, yet Zara remains, a beacon of strength amidst the dawn. The luxury art gallery hums with hushed conversations and the soft clink of glasses, a symphony of sophistication. Zara, a vision in a black dress, glides through the elegant crowd, her eyes scanning the masterpieces on display. Across the opulent room, Elias stands, a glass of champagne in hand, a silent sentinel amidst the grandeur. Their gazes meet across the crowded room, a sudden, electric connection forged in the air. No shock, no surprise, only a profound, silent acknowledgement passing between them, a story untold. In the hushed elegance of a luxury art gallery, soft piano music drifts through the air as Elias approaches Zara. Untouched crystal glasses gleam on a nearby table, reflecting the quiet opulence of the room. The smooth silk of a display piece brushes against cool marble, a tactile whisper in the stillness. Everything appears unchanged, yet an unspoken shift in the atmosphere reveals a profound alteration. Within the opulent art gallery, Elias offers a subtle nod, a gesture almost imperceptible to the casual observer. Zara, with an equally understated grace, returns his silent acknowledgement. Between them, a silent understanding blossoms, rich with shared history. The air around them crackles with unspoken emotions, a palpable tension of what was and what could be. A delicate dance of unspoken history and exhilarating future possibilities hangs heavy in the luxurious space. In the opulent art gallery, Zara's voice cuts through the hushed air, steady and unwavering. Her eyes, intense and searching, are locked onto Elias, a silent question hanging between them. Elias stands before her, his gaze an unyielding fortress, revealing nothing. A raw, vulnerable whisper escapes Zara's lips. "You stayed." Elias's response is a stark, simple admission. "I did." The gallery's grandeur fades as their gazes remain locked, a silent battle of wills and emotions. In the opulent art gallery, Zara's gaze locks with Elias's, her unspoken question hanging heavy in the air. A subtle shift washes over Elias's face, his features softening with a profound hidden emotion. His eyes, deep and ancient, hint at a history unknown, a silent testament to untold stories. Zara's voice, a soft whisper, pierces the silence. "Why me?" Elias's response, deliberate and resonant. "You reminded me of a choice I needed to make." In the opulent art gallery, Zara's gaze drifts, her mind reeling from the weight of a new, profound revelation. She processes his words, the true depth of his decision to stay in this life, slowly dawning on her. A chilling realization washes over Zara. His choice was intricately linked to her own past moment of despair. Her eyes, once lost in thought, now reflect a complex tapestry of understanding and lingering sorrow. In the luxury art gallery, Zara's anxious expression is highlighted by the soft, ambient lighting, her eyes searching Elias's face. Elias returns her gaze with a genuine, open smile, a warmth radiating from him she hasn't witnessed before. The air, previously thick with uncertainty, now carries a fragile sense of hope as Zara's fear begins to dissipate. Zara's voice, barely a whisper, breaks the silence. "What now?" Elias's confident reply echoes through the gallery. "Now, we begin." In the opulent art gallery, Zara's hand trembles with unspoken desire, hovering near his. A decade of unspoken longing culminates in this single, electric moment. Her fingers, hesitant yet drawn, softly intertwined with his. A silent explosion of emotion, an invisible current sparks between their joined hands, igniting a connection long suppressed. Their touch speaks volumes, a profound bond finally acknowledged in the hushed gallery. Golden light bathes the luxury art gallery, casting long, dramatic shadows around them. They stand in silent communion, the space between them charged with unspoken history. No longer strangers, their closeness speaks of a profound, shared connection. An extraordinary past binds them, a palpable force in the hushed, elegant gallery. In a luxury art gallery, soft piano music swells, filling the elegant space with a tender melody. The gentle notes wrap around them like a warm, invisible embrace, deepening the quiet intimacy of the moment. Their hands remain clasped, a silent, powerful promise hanging unspoken in the air between them. The subtle connection between them speaks volumes, a bond formed amidst art and melody. In Zara's apartment, the soft lamp casts a warm glow, illuminating her desk and a new journal. Zara's pen hovers, then glides across the fresh pages, a silent symphony of ink on paper. Her usual introspective gaze is replaced by a focused intensity, her thoughts elsewhere. She writes not of herself, but of Elias, his name a whisper on the page. Each stroke of her pen weaves their shared narrative, a unique and intimate tapestry. The journal slowly fills with their story, a testament to a bond only they understand. On a bustling Dauphine Street, Zara and Elias walk in sync, their footsteps a soft rhythm on the aged pavement. Zara pauses, pointing to a small, almost imperceptible divot in the concrete. Her eyes are filled with a mix of nostalgia and regret as she reveals, "This is where I dropped the book." Elias turns to her, a knowing smile playing on his lips, a silent acknowledgement of shared history. His gaze meets hers, a flicker of memory in his eyes as he softly says, "I remember." Their connection, unspoken yet palpable, hangs in the air, a testament to enduring bonds. Sunlight streams through the cafe window, illuminating dust motes, dancing like tiny, fleeting stars in the warm air. Zara and Elias sit across from each other, a silent understanding passing between them as steam rises from their coffee cups. Zara leans her head slightly, a subtle gesture of comfort and trust, a rare glimpse into her guarded world. Her usual unimpressed judgment is replaced by a soft, almost imperceptible ease, a surprising shift in her demeanor. The cozy cafe hums with a quiet energy, a sanctuary where trust blossoms between two souls. Sunlight streams through the large windows of a cozy bookstore, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Zara and Elias move through the stacks, their fingers occasionally brushing against worn book spines. Elias stops, his gaze falling upon a particular book, a silent pull drawing him in. He subtly gestures towards the book, a wordless acknowledgement of a shared interest passing between them. A quiet intimacy hangs in the air, a moment of connection in the sun-drenched haven of books. Zara and Elias stand on a city bridge, bathed in the fiery hues of the setting sun. The sky explodes with color, a canvas of hope painted across the horizon. Zara's gaze, once clouded by despair, now sees only endless possibilities stretching before her, a profound shift in her spirit, the future bright and full of promise. In the soft glow of her apartment, Zara's fingers tenderly trace the frame of a photograph on her nightstand. The image captures a vibrant moment. Zara and Elias, their faces close, beaming with genuine smiles. Around it, older, faded photographs seem to recede, their muted colors dimming against the new joy. The present moment, alive and bursting with color in the photograph, commands her full, tender attention. Her touch lingers, a silent acknowledgement of the vibrant, living happiness captured within the frame. Zara and Elias stroll through a sun-dappled park, their steps synchronized, bathed in the warm glow of daylight. Sunlight filters through the verdant leaves, painting shifting, ethereal patterns on the path before them. Zara gestures animatedly, her expression open and vulnerable, her words flowing freely into the tranquil air. Elias walks beside her, his gaze unwavering, listening intently, a silent anchor in their shared moment. In Zara's apartment, the night is hushed, a soft glow from a street lamp painting the scene through the window. Zara sleeps, a picture of profound peace, her body still and her breath even. No restless tossing, no troubled murmurs disrupt the serene silence of her slumber. This tranquility, a rare and precious gift, settles over her like a comforting embrace. A deep, unburdened peace, one she has yearned for, finally claims her in the quiet of the night. The grand art gallery hums with the soft murmur of an exclusive auction, an air thick with old money and new art. Elegant and hushed, the gallery is a stage for high-stakes bidding, the atmosphere charged with anticipation. Zara and Elias stand side by side, their gazes locked on the bidding, a silent intensity in their posture. Zara subtly tilts her head, a familiar, almost imperceptible gesture, a signal only Elias would understand. Without missing a beat, Elias mirrors her, a silent understanding passing between them, deeper than any spoken word. Their shared glance speaks volumes, a connection forged in unspoken communication amidst the opulent chaos of the auction. In the luxury art gallery, soft lights dance on polished floors and sculptures, creating an ethereal glow. Elias stands, his gaze no longer distant, but fixed on Zara with an intense, knowing depth. A profound understanding, a shared history, flickers between them, unspoken yet palpable. Zara meets his gaze, a quiet recognition dawning in her eyes, echoing his intensity. Their silent exchange fills the opulent space, a powerful connection amidst the art.